Hello. Okay, so this is for the only for the people, the art enthusiasts who wants to know what it takes to draw a picture using squares. If you're not interested in that, I can understand. But anyway, normally I wouldn't put the square lines in so thick. I would have them lighter than this. But since I sketched it out first, or I tracked it first, I decided I'd put the lines in there. So when I go back and make my corrections, or gonna be a lot of corrections there. When I go back and do my corrections, it's gonna allow me to line up better using the negative space and positive space, the distance between this line and that line. See, like the distance between this space and here. See, I have to get that right, and even right here. These lines, when they connect, where they connected is important, and where the line starts at from that line is important. So you have to make sure you get those right as you're going along. Like right here. See this line here? See how that ear is just barely from that line? That has to be on point. If it's not on point, it's going to throw off the picture. So I have to make sure that I have the distance between here and here right, or here and here right, in order to get this right. And I still may have to adjust it, but that's okay. At least I got an idea where it goes. I got a feel for where it goes, put it like that. Okay. Now, when I was talking about tones, when you start putting tones in, you got to know where your dark tones go, your medium tones go, and your light tones go. Like this is a dark tone. This is going to be your medium. And I may even lighten it up some more. But this right here is definitely going to be light. It's going to be dark, but it's going to be light. And that's going to give you the skin color. You see? But then you're going to have your shadows in there for your neck, showing you the structure of your neck. You see? And you go through this process here through the whole picture, through the whole facial, even the hair. See? When you get through, you have yourself a whole picture like this here. But what you're doing square by square. You're not looking at the picture as a whole. You're looking at it square by square. In this square, I knew I had only to put this in there. In this square, I knew I had only to put that in there. And the same thing over here. I had to get my angle right because I know that this square wasn't much going in here, but the angle has to be right. So I couldn't just go straight line that way. I had to do it the way it was on the picture. Get the angles right. And that's important when you're drawing. You got to use geometry because you have to get your angles right. There's straight lines, and then there's lines that are not straight that you have to consider. And angles, like angles of this jaw has to be right. Angle of this earring has to be right, or ear. You see? Looks like an earring to me, because the ear is up here. See, I hadn't put this ear in completely yet, because I'm trying to make sure I get the distance here and the shape of the ear. But that'll come later. You see? Let's go over here. Same thing here, see? Shape of the head. I have to make sure I get the shape right of the hair and the ear so it'll fit the jaw when I come down here. So when I go and put all this in here, around here, see, it'll match. See? And I know quite naturally that's gonna be black. That's gonna be dark like this right here. This part here will be dark. This will be light. This will be dark. And then you got the tones here. You may have a dark tone, but you're gonna have some grays in there and some lighter grays in there. Same way around the eyes and the eyebrow. But it gives me an idea where the nose goes. It's giving me an idea where the mouth goes already. But until then, I'm just doing square by square. Remember, square by square is how you draw with squares. You don't draw the whole picture, try to draw the whole picture at one time. Even though this looks like I drew the whole picture at one time, I actually took it square by square and drew it in order to get the picture. Same here. See? The detail work that's in here, I couldn't have put it over here. I had to put it just in that square. The same way over here. And trust that if I trust the process, that I got everything in the right spot, then when I go in and redo it again, it's going to all fall in place. But you got to trust it. Like right here, you don't see much. But there's a reason for that. And when I go back, I'll find out what that reason is, and I'll straighten that up. Well, I hope you all learned something today about drawing with squares and using values. So that's what I do. That's what I do best. This is just the beginning. This is not the end of the picture. Some people draw just the beginning and they call it a picture. I don't believe in that. I believe in completely. Eventually, we're going to make this look as realistic as possible. Eventually, we're going to take out these lines. You know, I used to say don't draw with lines. Well, you start out drawing with lines, but then later on you use your values to take away those lines, and you don't need those lines anymore. See, because you're using the values to separate light and dark and gray areas. Okay, thank you. Hope you all enjoy, and leave a comment below if you learned anything or if you have any questions about it. Just leave a question down below, and I'll try to answer it. Thank you.